It started with an elevator that wasn't supposed to exist in the first place. I pressed the button for the 7th floor, like I always did, but the display flickered, and for a split second, it showed a number I had never seen in my life. Hey! Then the doors closed anyway. I didn't remember hitting any other button. The elevator began moving down, but the strange part was, I didn't feel it stop at any basement level. No slowing, no sound of cables. Just smooth, endless descent, like it was going somewhere far deeper than the building should allow. And then the screen changed again. B12, I blinked. Our building only had 2 basement floors. The lights inside the elevator buzzed softly, and for a moment, I thought it was just a glitch. Old wiring. Maybe the panel was broken, but then the emergency light above me flickered once, and I heard something outside the elevator. Footsteps. Slow, walking alongside the elevator shaft. That made no sense. No one could be down there, not in motion like that. I pressed the stop button. Nothing happened. I pressed it again harder. Still nothing. That's when the elevator suddenly jerked and stopped so violently I almost fell. The lights went out completely for half a second. In that darkness, I heard a breath, not mine. Someone else was inside the elevator with me. When the lights came back, I was alone again, but the mirror on the wall had a foggy handprint on it, fresh. I stared at it, trying to convince myself. I was imagining things. My mind kept saying stress, fatigue, bad wiring. But deep down, I knew something was wrong in a way that had nothing to do with machines. The elevator started moving again, down. And this time, the screen didn't show numbers anymore. It showed words. Do not exit. I froze. The message blinked once and changed. You are not meant to enter. Anna. My throat went dry. I reached for the emergency intercom and pressed it. No response. Just silence. Then, very softly, like some more. Me speaking from inside the walls, a voice came through the speaker. Why did you come down here? I stepped back instantly. I didn't, I whispered. Even though I knew it wasn't true, the elevator kept going lower and lower. The temperature dropped every second. My breath became visible in the air. That made no sense at all. We were still inside a modern building in the middle of a city. The lights flickered again. And for one frame, just one, I saw something outside the glass panel where the elevator cable should be. A hallway, not a maintenance shaft, a hallway, long, narrow, lit by buzzing fluorescent lights. And there were doors along it, dozens of them, all slightly open. Then it was gone. The elevator kept moving. I started pressing every button at once. 1, 2, 3, 7, lobby. Nothing responded. The panel felt dead now, like it was just for show. The speaker crackled again. This floor doesn't exist anymore. My heart started pounding so hard I could hear it. In my ears. What do you mean? I shouted. No answer. The elevator slowed. Finally, it stopped. The screen blinked once. Arrival. Floor -1. But I knew something was wrong. Because I had been in basement -1 before. This wasn't it. The doors opened. Cold air rushed in immediately. It smelled like wet concrete and something metallic, like old blood that had been washed away, but never fully cleaned. I should have stayed inside, but something outside felt like it was pulling me. The hallway looked endless. Same fluorescent lights, same pale walls, but too clean, too quiet, like it was waiting. I stepped forward. My shoes made no sound. That was the first thing that really terrified me. No sound at all. I walked a few steps, then turned back. The elevator doors were still open. But the inside looked wrong. The buttons were gone. The mirror was gone. Even the metal looked older, rusted, like it had been abandoned for decades. I stepped back instinctively, and the doors closed. No button press. No warning. Just shut. I ran forward and slammed my hand against the metal, but the elevator was already gone. There was only a wall there now, a smooth, solid wall where the elevator had been. I turned around fast. The hallway stretched even longer now, and at the far end, something moved, a person, standing completely still, watching me. I tried to call out, but my voice came out weaker than I expected. The figure didn't respond. It just tilted its head slightly, like it was listening to something behind me. That's when I heard it. Footsteps again. But this time, behind me. Slow, heavy, dragging slightly. I didn't turn around. I couldn't. The footsteps stopped right behind me. And a voice whispered, almost gently, "You shouldn't have taken the elevator." I turned instantly. No one was there. But on the wall, there was a shadow. Mine. Except it wasn't moving when I moved. It stayed still, smiling. My body went numb. I was born. Act away slowly, but the shadow stayed there, detached from me, like it belonged to something else now. Then the lights in the hallway flickered, and in that flicker, I saw all the doors open at once, every single one, and inside each room was an elevator, all identical, all waiting. The voice came again, louder now. "You are in between floors." I shook my head. No, this isn't real. But even as I said it, I felt it, the truth of it. This wasn't a basement. This wasn't part of the building. This was something else pretending to be space. The man at the end of the hallway started walking toward me, slowly. And as he got closer, I realized something that made my stomach drop. He looked like me. Same face, same clothes, but wrong somehow. Like a reflection that learned how to move on its own. I stepped back, but the hallway behind me wasn't the same anymore. Doors were gone now, just blank walls. No exit. The other version of me stopped a few feet away and smiled. "You took the wrong elevator," it said. "I didn't choose anything," I replied, shaking. It tilted its head again. "That's what they all say." The lights above us went out completely. Darkness swallowed everything. Darkness swallowed everything. For a moment, I couldn't see anything at all. Then I felt something grab my wrist. Cold, tight, familiar. And a voice right next to my ear whispered, "Now you stay." I jerked away and ran. I don't know how I ran in that place. There was no direction anymore. Just endless hallway, shifting like it was moving, while I wasn't looking. Behind me, footsteps multiplied. Not one, not two, dozens, all walking the same way, all following me. And then, in the distance, I saw it again, an elevator. Standing alone, in the middle of the hallway. Doors open, light inside, like it was waiting for me to come back. I ran straight for it, because it was the only thing that made sense. The footsteps got louder, closer, almost right behind me now. I jumped in. Inside the elevator, and slammed the button for the lobby. Nothing happened. I pressed it again and again. Still nothing. Then the doors started closing anyway. Slow. Too slow. And through the narrowing gap, I saw them. All the versions of me standing in the hallway, watching. Not moving anymore. Just staring, like they had already accepted what I was becoming. The doors finally shut. The elevator began moving up. Or maybe down. Or maybe down. I couldn't tell anymore. The screen above me flickered one last time, and it didn't show a number. It showed my name. I don't remember typing it. And then beneath it, another message appeared. "Next stop, you didn't leave." The lights dimmed, and somewhere inside the walls, something started breathing again. Slow, patient, waiting for the doors to open.